Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 37 of 108 days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. So I'm here for 108 days to work through my own system, and it's working. So as I mentioned, spinal flow. So as I mentioned, I'm moving through a lot of energy at the moment. And my kidneys and my bladder, that's what I've been working with, the fear. So it's been years since I've been this deep in the detox process. I haven't been, as I mentioned yesterday, I haven't been fasting for a long time. And now my body is definitely moving into fasting. And I've been processing this whole weekend. I spent the whole weekend for this. And I really wanted to take the opportunity of the fire that was presenting itself through the circumstances in the social realm. And what I've been able to access is the shutdown that I went into as a 6-year-old. And this has only been presented back to me by my parents. And now I can access. So because that level of freeze is presenting itself in my body, I'm deciding to lean into that. And when I do that, I access a state, and then I can access the memories. And then I can access the 6-year-old, which is very interesting because I haven't been able to do that before, not in that sense. So my body is really working at the moment. So I'm going to be super gentle on my body. So let's begin and just warm up and really feel where your body is at. So I'm accessing this level of freeze, and at the same time, I'm also accessing another sensation, which has been directly connected to my thyroid work and the feeling that I had when I was taking medication, because I was getting sick all the time. And there's this feeling in the body that is like alongside the bones, and it's like a cold, shivering feeling. And the coldness when it's moving through the body is obstruction, or it can be obstruction moving through the body. And I can feel that that's what's happening, because I can feel it along the spine. I can feel the kidneys. I can feel the body. So I'm very gentle, very gentle. So I can access. And it's also at that age where I stopped eating. And so that's connected to the fasting. So the body it knows that if I fast a little bit, I will be able to access these emotions. But over the years back then, I was never able to lean into this sensation because it's very uncomfortable. So I can feel like cold. It's like cold sweat, like when you have a fever, but I don't have a fever. So I only have the symptoms, the physical symptoms of the fever, but I don't have the fever. Okay, relax. Warm up the hands a little bit. Go to the face, the eyes, and just poke around a little bit. Hopefully you haven't done your makeup. Massaging the eyes. So I can feel a lot of connection to the pressure in the eyes when I'm feeling this physical state. So I'm very receptive of the feedback from my body when I'm in this state, and I never, ever, ever, ever override something that feels uncomfortable or that feels too much. Open up the ears. So I don't change so much because whatever I've been doing has been working. So then I continue to do what I'm doing until it has passed. So today my body is back on food. It's very clear. It wants red meat and potatoes, pancakes and different things. Very thirsty. That's also how I know that the kidneys and the bladder are moving energy. Okay. Close down the eyes, chin to chest. Root lock. And just rest here for a little bit. Connecting with the sensations in the body. Just allow everything to become still. Just by moving, there's so much sweat moving, so the body is really, it's like pushing toxins through the skin. If you want, you can do the circulation of the arms to the heart. So as we are moving a lot of energy, it's super important to nurture the body, to allow the body to feel like it's in control, that it's running the show, especially when we have physical symptoms like I have today. I've been resting so much, haven't been exercising, not swimming. I'm just allowing the body to work its magic, and I've been showing up here. Okay, come back to the breath of life on your knees if you feel like. I'm not gonna that's what I said. I'm gonna be on my knees, but I'm gonna be very careful. Okay. So today's episode is called Each Session is a Prayer. And I've been talking about the 3 levels of manifestation: the thought, the word, the spoken word, and the action. So personally, I've been holding back with speaking my truth. And you might say, no, you haven't. I can feel it. But I am, and I'm still. And it's a process. And I realized that out of the 3, if they are all prayers, the thought is a prayer, the word is a prayer, and the action is a prayer. I'm very good at the first one. My intention and my focus is very, very strong. My devotion, all of that. So the thoughts I'm having are aligned, fully aligned with what I'm creating. My actions are also fully aligned with what I'm creating. What I'm holding back on is the spoken word. And I realized that I pray, but not through words. My prayers are my thoughts, my intention, my heart, and my actions. And I realized I'm not praying by word. And I realized that these sessions are all a prayer. And I'm naming this episode that every session is a prayer, so that I state from now on, every session I do is a spoken prayer. So my intention with this whole series, with my gift, the work that I put in, for me, that is very natural and very obvious. And then the action I show up with is also very obvious. But I was still hesitating with the words. So this is my dedication to myself, that from now on, every session is a prayer. So grab your notebook. Today, I pray for. That made me emotional. Today, I pray for. I'm going to grab a pen and a notebook. You can finalize the sentence. Come back to the belly. So my plan was to start the little belly routine today, but I'm going to wait. My body is not ready for that type of deeper movement at the moment. I have been doing them over these days. You can circle back and forth. You can lean into the stomach. You can make like a fist. So I'm releasing a lot of energy in the hips and the lower back. So yesterday and today I had some lower back issues, and then they went away. Then they come back, and then they went away. Okay. Breath of life. So see if you can do it a little bit slower and deeper and really activate the root lock. I feel the pressure on my bladder. And as I've been moving through the fear this weekend, I can feel the pressure on my bladder is releasing. So I've been talking a lot about the ladies in my mastermind about this bladder work because there's synergies and interesting connections with the fear. And I used to have a lot of issues with my bladder back in my previous lifetime when I was in the corporate. I was peeing all the time and I was drinking all the time. I even went to the doctors twice to check if I had diabetes. It was bad. It was controlling my whole life. The access to a bathroom. Ask my ex. That's fun when you've been living with someone for almost a decade and then you're gone for years and then you come back and you just don't have those issues anymore and they go, ha. That's incredible. So now I feel my body is same as I'm accessing the 6-year-old, I'm accessing my corporate, because for a week now, the connection with the bladder has been up and down, and it's been really going through something. And I've been allowing just the body, I've just been following the body. And over the days, the capacity has been returning to normal. So it's really about holding the space for the body as it's doing all the work. We don't have to do the work. We do the work here. And then when the body starts to alchemize, we get out of the way. Okay. Slow down. Allow everything to sink. So by declaring my intention that every session, every word that I speak in these sessions are a prayer. So it was my awareness that showed me that I wasn't fully aligned. And now I feel that the intention is fully aligned with the expression. Because that was my intention all along, I just didn't realize. Same as I thought I didn't believe in God, but I named my company Living with the Spirit, and I was following the Spirit every day. I just stopped planning. I stopped living from the mind super early on my journey. But I didn't realize that that was a God connection. I just didn't understand. And that's the point. It's okay to not understand. We realize as we go along. That's the prayer. We get a new truth. We receive a new truth. We receive a new insight. And then we adjust and we evolve. And we get to choose who we want to be with that new information. So from now on, every session is a prayer. The intention becomes stronger. The connection becomes deeper. Grab your notebook. The truth that is arising in this prayer is the truth that is arising inside of this prayer is finalize the sentence. So yesterday I spoke about the circling of the hands and the arms. So place your right hand like this and like ready to receive. Thank you. I can drop something there for you. You're welcome. And then you begin by just doing this. I was like pointing it out to the outside. I don't know how to explain that. So right hand and then out. And then you go a little bit out like this. And then you turn it back in. Kind of round its own. So in back here. But then you go up and around. So you go in, back, and around. When you do quickly, it looks like this. I'll show from behind. Did you see what I did with my, I realized I was sitting like this with my mouth when I was doing it from behind. It's so great to look at yourself when you do these things. It's like, what am I doing? Okay, other hand. One arm is usually easier or equally easy. If you have problems with this, comment. If this is difficult, comment and I will explain better. So the fun thing starts when we do both at the same time. So this is about coordination. And you know my coordination is bad. I've proven that with my hair. But this I can do. I can do other coordination things, but the mirroring is just, I have other skills in mirroring. Oh, my husband is here and he wants me to open the gate. No can do. Maybe in a few minutes. Okay, so here you can add the spine. So we're moving the fascia in a different way. We're opening up the shoulders. You can alternate with the breath of life. And relax. Just allow everything to settle. And from here, instead of grabbing your notebook, close down the eyes, chin to chest, and just speak your prayer. Just speak out loud. What is that you pray for? So we are here, we are moving, you have an intention with why you are here. Now let's state that prayer. And build the bridge between the intention and the action. So I'm going to be much, much, much more connected with what it is that I actually want and what I believe and what I feel is true and where I'm going. And I'm going to align the words. Finishing off with gentle strokes. New truth, integration, prayer. New truth, integration, prayer. Just allow everything to sink. Dispatch any energy if you feel like. We're closing down for today. So I'm inviting you to connect to your prayer and bring it into the session every day. I feel like this was so beneficial for me. My body feels so much softer. So the stiffness that I had along the spine is gone. And the energy is moving. It's like I'm hot and cold at the same time. That's okay. That's just the body processing. Drink a lot, rest a lot. If you are experiencing symptoms, if you have questions, drop them in the Telegram group. If you have comments, drop them in the chat or in the comments of the video. Praying. Offering. Gratitude. Receiving. Praying. Offering. Gratitude. Receiving. Praying. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I will be back tomorrow. Sending you lots of love. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.